Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, we were discussing NCERT exemplar solutions of the chapter ratio and proportion. We already solved up to the question number 50, and today we are going to solve from the question number 51 onwards. Here, question number 51, a line segment 56 centimeter is to be divided into two parts in the ratio 2:5. Find the length of each part. So, when it comes to this dividing 56 centimeter, total length of the line segment is 56 centimeter and ratio of two parts divided is 2:5. Therefore, or we assume, whenever we are given ratio, you better assume let the ratio constant is x. Therefore, length of the first line segment, so length of the first line segment is 2 times of x, and length of the second line segment is 5x, and total length of both the line segments is put together, this 2x and 5x together it is 7x. Thus, 7x equals to 56 centimeter. It implies x equals to 56 divided by 7, because 7 is multiplying, this side it comes and does division. It implies that x is 8 centimeter. The moment you had come to know the ratio constant, the value of ratio constant x as 8 centimeter, therefore, first line segment it is of 2 times x, nothing but 2 8s are, because 8 is x, so it is 16 centimeter, and second line segment so 5 8s are 40 centimeter. So this is how we find the length of each part. Okay, so length of first line segment, length of second line segment we found as 16 and 40 centimeters. Moving on to the question number 52. See children, in question number 52, the number of milk teeth in human beings is 20 and the number of permanent teeth is 32. Find the ratio of the number of milk teeth to the number of permanent teeth. So, you write ratio of the number of milk teeth to the number of permanent teeth is 20:32, because 20 in number milk teeth, 32 in number permanent teeth, So 20:32 is the ratio, and 20:32 after simplifying it becomes, 4 is their common factor. So 4 5s are 20, 4 8s are 32. So 5:8 is the right answer. Now moving on to the next question, 53. In question number 53, sex ratio is defined as the number of females per 1000 males. Normally, out of 1000 people, means for every 1000 people, for example 857 ladies or women and 1000 men are there, we call this as 857 as sex ratio of women. Okay, we say when there are 1000 men, then there are 857 women. So it's a ratio between number of women to number of men. So here the same thing he is saying, sex ratio is defined as the number of females per 1000 males in the population. Find the sex ratio if there are 3732 females are there when there are 4000 males are there in a town. Now you have to convert it to the denominator 1000. That means I have to divide 4000 by 4. So 4 ones are 4 0 0 0 0, it becomes 4, cancelling this both 3732 and 4000 by that 4. So 4 9 36 and 1 comes here 13, 4 3s are 12, and out of 13 1 comes here, it becomes 12, and 4 3s are 12. That means there is 933 is the sex ratio is to 1000. Okay, this is the answer. Moving on to the question number 54. In a year, Ravi earns 3,60,000 and paid 24,000 as income. He has paid 24,000 as income out of 3,60,000 earnings. Find the ratio of his income to income tax. Income is rupees 3,60,000, and out of which income tax that he is paying is 24,000. So these 3 zeros will get cancelled. Now 360 upon 24, if you cancel with the first, I'll cancel with 6, 6 4s are 24, 6 60s are 360. Further it is divisible, 4 1s are 4 15s are 60. Therefore 15:1 is the ratio between income to income tax. And moving on to the second question, there is a part B, second question, income tax to income after paying income tax. So income tax is 24,000 and income after paying income tax, that means you have to subtract out of 3,60,000 this 24,000 which he is paying as a income tax, that to be subtracted. So it gives 3,36,000 which is going to be his income after paying income tax. So see children, 3,36,000 will come here, income after paying income tax. Now ratio is, after cancelling these 3 zeros, now 6 4s are 6, 5s are 30, 6 6s are 36. Now 4 1s are and 4 1s are and 4 4s are 40, that means 56, 14 4s are 56. So 1:14 is the ratio. See children, do I have any shortcut? Yes, there is shortcut. This way we will think. See, 15 parts is subdivided. When he is paying one part as income tax, then what is left over out of 15 parts, where total is 15 parts. This is how I got 15. So total 15 parts, in which one part he is paying as income tax, That means leftover is 14 parts is remaining. So if I find this way from the first ratio, then I can straight away say whatever is asking income tax, that is one part, is to income after paying income tax 14. So you need not find 3,36,000 and a further cancellation. This is how we can even think of. This is the short way of thinking. Okay. In whichever the possible place, we will use this shortest way of thinking. Okay. Moving to the question number 55. In question number 55, Ramesh earns 28,000 per month. His wife Rama earns 36,000 per month. Find the ratio of Ramesh earning, that is 28,000, to their total earnings. What is the total earning? Total earnings. So total earnings is 36 plus 28, it is 64,000. So 28,000 is to 64,000 we are finding, which is the Ramesh earnings to their total earnings, the ratio. So now cancellation. 4 7s are 4, 1s are 4 and 24, this 2 comes and 24, it becomes 4 6s are 24. So 7 is to 16 is the ratio. How? See, do I have any second question for this? Yes, there is a second question. Rama's earning to their total earnings. Now, see children, total earning is becoming 16 parts, in which Ramesh earning is 7 parts. That means leftover must be Rama's earning, right? That means how much is leftover parts? 16 minus 7 is 9 parts. That means I need not go for further any calculation here. I can say Rama's earning to their total earnings is 9 is to 16. Okay, this is how I can quickly calculate. Is it clear? So this is the shortest way of thinking. Further, coming to the question number 56, of 288 persons working in a company, 112 are men and the remaining are women. So here, out of 288 persons, we have 112 men and remaining. So 288 minus 112 is 8 minus 2 6 and 8 minus 1 7, 2 minus 1 is 1. So 176 women are there. That means now men to the women, ratio between men to the women is 112 is to 176. Now cancellation, here you can cancel and you will get it as 7 is to 11. Now watch it here, 7 is to 11 is the woman. That means this became 7 parts and this became 11 parts. Now tell me how many parts will be this 288 persons? Definitely sum of this, it is 18 parts, correct? So 18 parts will be the 288 people, because sum of the 7 parts and 11 parts. Whereas what is the next question? Men to the total persons. Men to the total persons, I am actually supposed to calculate 112 by 288 without calculating, without cancellation. I can say from this logic it is 7 is to 88, 18, 7 is to 18, because 7 parts is to 18 parts. And there is one more question here, women to the total. Women to the total, I supposed to calculate like this, 176 out of 288, without cancellation I can say 11 is to 18, because this 11 parts is to 18 parts. So that much simple. we can do when we have this short way of thinking. Okay, otherwise you know the long procedure, the method of doing 2. Okay, moving on to the question number 57. In question number 57, a rectangular sheet of paper is of length 120 centimeter. Why? Because 1.2 meter he said. Okay, so I took it, the length in centimeters, it is 120 centimeter, where 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, 1.2 into 100 becomes 120 centimeter, and breadth is 21 centimeter. Find the ratio of the width of the paper to its length. Very simple, width is to length. Now on cancellation, by their common factor is 3, 3 sevens are is to 3, 40 is a 120. So 7 is to 40 is the ratio of width of the paper to its length. See children, I am not writing working steps. Okay, you need to know how to write the working steps. I am just giving logic behind the solution, how to think. Okay, moving on to the question number 58. A scooter travels 120 kilometers in 3 hours and a train travels 120 kilometers in 2 hours. Find the ratio of their speeds. Remember, speed is calculated, speed of the scooter here for this scooter is 120 kilometer upon 3 hours, which gives 40 kilometer per hour, kmph we say. Similarly, speed of the train for this train is 120 kilometer for 2 hours. So 60 kmph, kilometer per hour. Why? Because you know speed is always distance traveled by time taken. You know now speeds of them, ratio of their speeds. Will be 40 is to 60, on simplification 2 is to 3 will come. Okay. Now moving on to the question number 59. An office opens at 9 am and closes at 7:30 pm with a lunch break of 30 minutes. What is the ratio of the lunch break to the total period in office? See, ratio of, you can write ratio of lunch break to the total period, where 30 minutes is to, what is the time between 9 to 5:30? 9 to 5:30, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 12 to 2, sorry, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 8 hours and half an hour. So total it is 8.5 hours. So ratio should be calculated between the quantities which are in the same units. Here it is 30 minutes, I will write it as half hour. Half hour to 8.5 hour, as mixed fraction it becomes 17/2 hours. Now this half and this half will be removed by multiplying both antecedent and consequent by 2, it becomes 1:17 is the ratio. Okay, this is how we calculate. Moving on to the question number 60. Question number 60, the shadow of a 3 meter long stick is 4 meter long. See here, 3 meter is the actual length of the stick and 4 meter is its shadow, which is equal to the, at the same time of the day, if the shadow of a flagstaff is, so this is the shadow of a flagstaff, that means 24 meter becomes the shadow of a flagstaff, where we don't know how tall it is. So we will assume, let the actual height, the flagstaff, be x meters. That means here we get 3:4 equal to x:24. You know, 3:4 equals to x:24. This is proportion, and product of means equals to product of extremes. That means 4 into x equals to 3 into 24, where x equals to 3 into 24 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4 6 are. On simplification, x value becomes 3 6 are 18. Thus you can conclude the height of a flagstaff is 18 meter. This is how we calculate. Now moving on to the question number 61. A recipe calls for 1 cup of milk for every 200 cups of flour to make a cake that would feed 6 persons. How many cups of both flour and milk will be needed to make a similar cake for 8 people? See children, here total quantity of a cake made for 6 people. It is 1 plus 2.5 cup, which is nothing but 1 plus 5/2, where you know how to do addition. 1 plus 5/2 is 7/2 cups. This 7/2 cups for 6 people. Okay. Now let the quantity of the cake made for 8 people is x cups. That means 7/2 is to 6 equals to x is to 8, where for x cups we require for 8 members, where 7/2 cups required for 6 people. Same proportion we have used. Product of means equals to product of extremes. It implies x into 6/2, sorry, x into 6 equals to 7/2 into 8. Now 2 cancels with this, 7 4s are, and this 6 comes and divides. Let me do it here. So x equals to 7 into 4 upon 6. Now 2s are and 3s are, therefore x is 14/3 cups. So the total, the quantity required where both milk and as well as flour is 14 cups. Okay, this is how we write conclusion. Moving on to the question number 62. Question number 62. In a school, the ratio of number of large classrooms to small classrooms is 3:4, and the number of small classrooms is 20. Then find the number of large rooms. See children, Here if you assume, let the ratio constant is x, therefore number of small rooms becomes 3x and number of large rooms, LARG rooms, becomes 4x. Here we have got, but number of small rooms, here small rooms to large rooms, yes, large rooms to small rooms, that means this becomes 4x and this becomes 3x. Okay, small rooms is 4, where small to large, if you want, here large to small they gave as 3:4, large to small is 3:4, means small to large becomes 4:3. So number of small rooms will be 4x, number of large rooms will be 3x, but number of small rooms, that is 4x equals to 20, it implies x equals to 5, where 4 is multiplying and does division after going that side. So if ratio constant is x, that is getting equal to 5, therefore number of large rooms will be 3 times of 5, which is nothing but 15. Okay. So children, with this I will wind up today's session. I solved 12 questions. Rest of the questions we will solve in our next session. Till then, take care of yourself. Jai Hind. Thank you.